what's up? I got a lot of questions in my PMs about different things all the time from different people. What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? What do you like? What do you hate? All this stuff. And you know, it's hard to narrow things down to your actual favorite. But I can give you an idea. You know, favorite could be for now, and you can find something better later. And it's just the way life is. Oh man, I just got done mowing my dad's lawn. I got a really fucked up knee, man. And I'm in a lot of pain right now. You know what's weird? I'm not bragging or anything, I just want to show you the differences. When I was in my teens, early teens and later teens, I was a halfback for 6 years, and I got 2 MVPs in a row. Okay? I was in good shape, and after that, always bodybuilding, living in the gym. Okay? Then you get married when you're later, and then it like fucking, it's like the beginning of the end. Okay? Now I'm 42. I went from that to when you hit 40 years old, man, you think 30's a little rough. 30's young, man. When you hit 40 years old, you're going to need these. You're going to need a lot of these. You're going to need them. You're going to need them for heartburn all the time. You're going to need these fucking things for your arthritis. And hopefully you won't need these. I won't show the name on there. These are steroids for severe arthritis. I don't take these all the time, but sometimes I wake up and my hands hurt me so bad. I'm in so much pain. These like are the miracle drug, but you don't want to. They're prednisone. You don't want to take a lot of them because you'll look like fucking Dom DeLuise in a week. They make you gain weight big time. Just thought I'd throw that in there, because you know that's what I do. Hopefully the phone won't ring. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn it down. Can't turn it off because I'll put it on vibrate. Alright. This video is about my favorites. All my favorites of different categories. And, man, I am in fucking pain. I'll just give you an idea of what I like, because like I told you before, people always are asking me, you know, how do you like this and how do you like that? So I kind of narrowed it down. I like everything that I have, but I kind of narrowed it down to this. Oh, someone said when I was doing that video response to the 45 reason about my favorite war movies, they said, what's your favorite cop movies? Well, I love cop movies, but right now, the best cop movie that I've seen these days, right now, I would say is Brooklyn's Finest with Richard Gere. That is a badass fucking movie. Now, as far as one of my favorite all-time cop movies, I would say Colors with Sean Penn and Robert Duvall, was made in the 80s. If you haven't seen that, go get it or go on Netflix or whatever. Check that out. It's really cool. But yeah, as far as cop movies go, they're my 2 favorite right now. I just can't think of any other ones right now. There's probably a bunch of them. Of course, Clint Eastwood, you know, Dirty Harry and all that shit. But I'm just talking about, if you want to see a new good cop movie, a Brooklyn's Finest, I highly recommend that. It's pretty new. Anyway, let's get back to the subject someday. Alright. Here's all my shit here. Okay. My favorite, we could start with little shit. My favorite gun, like silicone rags, clean. As far as silicone gun rags go, this is my favorite. It's by Clean Bore. It's called Silicone Gun and Reel Cloth, I guess for fishing reels, whatever. And it smells nice. It stays moist for a long time. It doesn't dry out. Eventually it does. And has a real nice smell. Makes your gun cabinet smell nice because all your guns got it all over it. And this is my favorite silicone cloth. This company, Clean Bore. You can see that. Alright. I've tried Hoppies. I don't like them. I've tried all different kinds. Lehman, all different ones. This is my favorite. Clean bore. This type. Now there used to be a model number on here. Now it's not on here. I don't know why. Because I had trouble finding these. Then I found the model number, and the guy said, "Oh, okay, I know which one you like," and he sent me a couple of them. But if you see in the gun store, grab this. If you see this package, they're the ones that I like. Let me see. As far as gun lube goes, everyone knows, you know, this my favorite gun lube is Ballistol. It'll always be my favorite. I doubt anyone will ever beat it. The German military and the German police force use Ballistol. Okay. It's the best. Okay, we've went over this and over this and over this. That's my favorite gun lubricant. Okay. Now my favorite gun grease, I have two. Okay, and they're Thai. This one, a good friend of mine sent me this. This Gun Slick. I don't even know if that thing's focusing. It's Gun Slick. It's actually black grease, and it's waterproof, and it's graphite firearm lubricant. I don't know if you can see if it says that on there. Graphite firearm lubricant. Get some of this stuff, man. It's good for the rails, the guide rails on your semi-automatic pistols. Okay, don't put it around on your barrel and all. Now, if you want a good gun grease for your barrel and stuff like that, Militech 1, and this is also good for your rails on your gun too. Militech's fantastic. Guard War sent me that. Guard War 1981. Okay. Yeah, as far as grease and lubricants go, I don't know why. This is why I had this here, and I went and grabbed that one. This is Ballistol too. Everyone's like, "What's that one with the white label?" It's just the same thing. It's just a different label. You know. I think this is the old-fashioned type. I like it because it looks like Italian colors. Makes me think about pizza. That color, don't it? So I'll put that over there. Get it out of the way. Let's see what else. Cleaning rods. Well, I like brass cleaning rods like these. Okay. These are really nice. They're strong. They don't bend as much. You know, I'm talking about like rifles or pistols. They don't bend when you put pressure on them. Them long, skinny plastic ones bend and all. But I have to admit though, when I am working on a gun like this, a high-end gun like that, I will use plastic. Because if I scrape the sides of the barrel, I know I'm not going to hurt it. But my favorite kind of cleaning rods, primarily, are the brass. And I like using brushes. I don't use the copper brushes all the time. Let me see what I got here. If I do use a copper brush, it'll be on my Yugo, like rough guns like that. And if the gun's seriously really dirty, I'll use a copper brush. But I rarely use a copper brush. When you spray Ballistol in that barrel, you can let it sit for a half hour, an hour. You ain't going to need to use the copper brush because it gets it all off. You can go in with a plastic brush, and then what I'll do is I'll get this patch and wrap it around because the copper grabs it real nice. It holds on. I'll wrap it around here, and then I'll mop the barrel in and out like that. So when I use the copper brushes, I use them like that because they hold on to the patch. They grab it. What the fuck? So. You know, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if this video is going to be boring, but guys want to know what I use and what my favorite things are, and I'm just trying to narrow it down, trying to keep it in the category. Let me see what else. I had to write some stuff down because my memory ain't that great. Okay, as far as cleaning products go, I already showed you that, and like the gun silicone cloth and all that. Let's look at gun tools now. What's my favorite gun kind of gunsmithing tools, gun tools? There isn't a lot of tools unless you're a full-fledged gunsmith. You really don't need a lot of tools. What's very important though is, I forgot to put it out. It's a shit dick. I see a lot of guys, you know, I'm not trying to start drama. I see a lot of guys using regular screwdrivers. Listen, man, any gunsmith will tell you, you do not use regular screwdrivers when you're working on your gun. If that's all you have and it fits the screw really well, then go for it. But you want to get yourself a gunsmithing screwdriver set. Now, this is not the case it came in. This is from Spec Tools, and I got this because I used to be a vending machine mechanic. I used to work on pinball machines, arcade games. That's vending. That's all considered vending. It's not just the candy machines. And I was a mechanic, and I used to fix that shit. And you always needed these screwdriver bits and all. But this is a gunsmithing one, okay? And it's made by Pachmayr, and they're very, very cheap. You can get it. You can get a good gunsmithing screwdriver set for like $18 to $15. Now, if you want to do it right, go get that Wheeler one. It's $50, but it has everything. I think if I see that at the gun show tomorrow, I'm going to get that because I've been dying to have that. But this is a good gunsmithing box. Like I said, it has the Torx. Okay. It has the Allen key. Let me see if I can find a big one so you can see the shape. Got the Allen key bits, but they're real important for grips. You want to make sure you get it in the right grips because a lot of friends of mine are stripping their grips and breaking the heads off the screws. I've done it. It has everything, but they're shaped a special way. Now, a regular screwdriver is shaped like this. See how it's tapered? This is what I'm going to show you the difference. Regular screwdriver shaped like that. That's a regular screwdriver. That's not a gunsmithing screwdriver. Now let me show you what a gunsmithing screwdriver looks like. It's shaped completely different. There's no taper. It just goes to the correct size. You don't want to taper because you don't want to pit your screws up and spread your screws out. So that's the kind of bit you need. Just to show you there is a difference. It's not a gimmick. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on that. Just trying to say, if you don't have a gunsmithing kit, get one. They're cheap. You don't want to ruin your guns. So yeah, that's my favorite gunsmithing kit. It's from Pachmayr. It's very, very reasonable, very, very cheap. I have punch sets. I have a set of steel ones. Now you can get these at Harbor Freight. I use the steel ones when I work on my Glocks and stuff like that. I would never use these if I'm working on a high-price AK-47 or $1,000 1911. I would not use these. I would use these. A friend of mine sent me these. Sorry, I don't remember everybody's names. These are brass. Brass is softer than steel, so it won't damage it as much. But even these, to me, are harsh. So what I would like to do is get a set of polymer or vinyl, whatever the hell they are. They have polymer punches. They're plastic. They're the ones you want to use. Okay. So as far as my punch sets go, there's the punch sets I use. I would like to get the Glock Armorer's tool. I don't have that yet. There is a gun show tomorrow. Maybe I'll pick one up. Because supposedly that tool you can do anything you want on it'll push any pin out on the Glock you want. So that's my punch sets that I have. Get them out of the way. We already covered all this lubricating stuff. Another good gun tool to have is a bore light. This is very reasonable. I think I got this at a novelty store, or you don't have to spend a lot of money on a bore light. It's an LED light, takes watch batteries, and it's great for looking down a bore when you're buying a gun. You look down the bore and see how worn out the rifling is, or if you want to check for wear or damage. You got to have a bore light. If you're going to buy a gun, a used gun especially, you want to get a bore light. And this one's a laser too. It's 2-in-1. And I play with my dog with it. She chases the laser around. Lucy, the stupid one. Yeah, I have two pit bulls. One's very intelligent, and one is about as dumb as a box of fruit rings. But she's a beautiful dog. But yeah, always get a bore light. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a fucking bore light. Okay, as long as it throws a good light, it'll do the job. Okay. I mean, gun tools. I mean, there isn't a lot of gun tools. Like I said, unless you're a gunsmith, then you got all kinds of shit. You got lathes and all. But guys like us that just take our guns and work on our own guns, we don't need all that. I got pliers and all that. Basic tools you need too. A mallet's very important, especially when you're working on high-end guns. You want a mallet like this. Get yourself a mallet. This isn't a very good mallet, but get yourself a mallet too. Let's see. We cover gun tools. Yep. 1911 bushing wrench. These things are really cool, especially if you have homosexual hands like me. If I can fucking find it. I know it's in here. I have two of them. Here it is. This is a Kimber. This is a Kimber one. I think a buddy of mine sent me this. They work great. They work great, but make sure it's a thick, heavy-duty one, because the ones that flex, yeah, the ones is talking like a retard. The ones that flex don't work too good. You want a nice thick one. Get the one made by Kimber is fantastic. And what you do is you just put it on your 1911, push down, go like that, and it takes the bushing wrench. It's a bushing wrench. It takes the bushing out very, very nicely. Without fucking things up. So a 1911 bushing wrench. You don't need it, but it's nice to have it. Put it that way. Okay? Okay. Oh, man. What else did I want to tell you about? Okay. I also have a magnifying glass, and I forgot to bring it down because I have a memory of a dust mite. It's a magnifying glass. You can get them at Harbor Freight, and it has all these arms on it. And if it's great for working on guns. It holds like little pieces for you and all. And guns could be real tedious. They have really little parts. So I also have a really nice magnifying glass. But they're not expensive. Like I said, if you go to Harbor Freight, you can get it cheap. Everything's cheap there. There's good stuff there, and there's crap there. That's pretty much it as far as the gun tools go. Now, my favorite rifle, out of all the rifles I have, right here. That's my favorite rifle. And I think it always will be. That is a Chinese Polytech AKS AK-47. I refinished the furniture. Came out beautiful. And why I like it so much is because the action is like butter. I've messed with Arsenals, Wassers, Hugos, and by far, so far, the Polytech, it's by leaps and bounds, has a smoother action, better trigger operation. The trigger on this Polytech is phenomenal. Okay? It's a short trigger pull, but yet very smooth. The Arsenal trigger pull is long and hard, and it clicks at the end. It's cool. It's not bad. The Hugos, Hugo trigger pull is really no different than the Wasser because it has the Tapco trigger in there, so it has a good trigger in there. But the Polytech trigger is on a level all by itself. It has a thicker barrel than the other AKs. The barrel's quite a few mils thicker, way thicker. It's about as thick as the Hugo. It's just that's how thick the barrel is, and the machining is beautiful. And like I said, there's not paint on that. There's not paint on that rifle. That is an actual finish. Which the Arsenal, Hugos, and all that's all paint. Defense to the Hugo, that is Parkerized, so that's kind of nice. But that is an actual finish. Okay, that's why I like that AK. That is my favorite rifle right there. If someone said, I got to take all your rifles, you can keep one, the Polytech is the one I would keep. I do have a beautiful sniper rifle. I haven't shot it that much, but it's different because that is more of a take your time sniper situation. It's a different category. But as far as ARs, AKs, and all that stuff, that's my favorite rifle. Alright. Anyway, I'm talking too much, man. It's not good. My favorite handgun. This is my favorite handgun in my whole safe. Right here. It's a Colt Combat Commander. Okay. Now that's a Model O. Now when you see Colt Combat Commander, combat means the frame is steel. Now if you see Colt Commander, just Commander, it means the frame is lightweight. These beautiful grips here, Mr. 45 Bullet sent me, and they used to wrap around the front. I don't like wraparound grips, so I told you what I did with these. I got scissors and just cut them straight down. They look, you know me, I'm picky. If it didn't look right, it wouldn't be on there. They look fantastic. So this is my favorite handgun. It's a Commander size. It has the look I like. It's all black. It has this steel bushing with the black. It has a Wilson Combat, classy Wilson Combat look. It's not a Wilson Combat. I wish. Okay, but it's a beautiful 1911. It's a Colt, man. Okay, and this is my favorite handgun of all handguns that I have. I can shoot best with this. So far, it has no reliability issues. It's perfect, and I love the sights. It has the GI, it has the mil-spec sights like the Springfield, and it's a great pistol. I do really well with this pistol. Need to put more ammunition through it though, because you know, 60 rounds, that's not enough. So I'll let you know how it does as time goes on. If I can get this fucking pen in the hole. Jesus Christ. There. Alright. Favorite ammunition. Well, as far as my favorite ammunition goes for the target area, for targeting, is Remington. I find it burns very clean. It's very reliable. I haven't had any jams. Like, none of my pistols ever jam. The only, you know, pistols in the past have, but it wasn't the ammo. I never have any problems with this Remington ammunition. These are 230 grain 45 ACP. They're very reasonable. They're not too much money. And they're just round ball target ammo. Awesome. And what's good about a 45, you can use a 45 for self-defense too. Doesn't necessarily have to be a hollow point. That's what's cool about owning a 45. You can use your target ammo for self-defense if you want to. Okay, so there's the ammo I use. A lot of guys use Winchester, and I use Federal. I find Federal to be really, really dirty. I don't know why, it just seems that way to me. Favorite holsters? Out of all the different holsters, I have Don Humes and all different kinds of holsters, man. Galco and Geld and all that shit. And they're all great holsters, but these are I think are my favorite. The Scorpion DeSantis Tidex holsters, because they have a wide clip base, so they can handle any gun with any kind of weight issue. It also has an adjustment screw for tension. They feel really good when they're inside your pants, and they're extremely light, and they're slim. It doesn't, you don't have a big thing inside there, you know what I mean? It's just this little thing, and it carries the gun really well. Even with a shitty belt, they carry well. So imagine having a really good, thick bull leather belt or something like that with this holster. Fantastic. The only thing, is there anything I don't like about it? Yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is it tends to carry the guns a little high. Can't have everything. If you like the guns to carry low, you want to go with the Don Hume leather holsters. But this gives you the most stability, is this type. That's my favorite holster. My favorite magazines in the whole world right now are the ACK mags. Chip McCormick is good. Wilson Comets are fantastic. There's so many different magazine manufacturers, and I've had just about all of them, and I have to say the ACK mag is my favorite. And this is very similar, believe it or not, if you get a Rock Island Armory gun, 1911, it has this type of magazine in it. I can't believe that. They give you a good magazine, but it just says Novak, but it's probably the same company. But they're very good magazines. They go straight up and down. There is absolutely zero tilt. There is no follower tilt at all. It just goes straight up and down. And they're easy to push down, they're easy to load, they're fucking awesome. They feed great. They make your gun more reliable. They're made in Italy. It's real good quality. ACMag. The guy was supposed to send me some to do a demo on them. This is how much I like ACMags. The guy was going to send me 2 free ACMags, okay, to do a video on them to help him sell his magazines, which is fine, because as long as I believe in it, I'll do it. And the fucking guy never sent them to me. He sent me 2 once before, and then I paid for it, and then he was going to send an additional 2 in stainless, but he never sent them. Should I be mad at him? It's pretty unprofessional that he did that, but they're so good, I'm not going to knock the magazine. I'm still going to talk about the magazine, even though he did not send it to me. I don't care. Okay? If you get a 1911, like a Springfield GI, like a lower end 1911, you have to upgrade the magazine. You should. Okay? There's guys out there that they like the traditional ones. You know what? I don't care what they say. Even if their magazine's never jammed yet, why not put a better magazine in your gun to make it more reliable? And this is the one. This is one of the best. There's other, but this is fantastic. That's it. Okay. I think I covered everything. Yes, I did. So this video is called My Favorites. Why don't you video response it? Let's keep doing this. I want to see all your favorite shit. See ya.